How is everybody doing? Where's my cat? My cat. Okay. Got track of the cat. Posts are made on the necessary social platforms. Let's make sure that everything is done correctly. Add that to my. Let's go. So do that. That. Okay, and we outside. Oh my god. Instagram, please don't be the bane of my existence right now. Sorry guys, 1 second. Instagram just hates me when I'm trying to just make up. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Everything, as far as I can tell, is donezo. Alright. Charge my phone. And get on with it, every fucking body. How are y'all doing? Let me see. Let me pull up my chat. See how everybody else is doing. Because I am doing phenomenal. Yo, what's good, Norval? Been a minute, bro. He gets it. He gets it. Yes, the fuck he does. That's the bro right there. My beautiful wife in chat. How is everybody doing? Missed y'all. Been a minute, but I got another keyboard build, and I hope y'all been doing well. I've been doing pretty well myself. Just been trying to work. My car's being a bitch again, but it's okay. It runs and drives, and all the issues will be sorted soon. For anyone who's in Subarus, typical boxer issues, valve cover gaskets, suspension bushings, and I think my diff is leaking. Oh, we're fine. Not the car issues. Yeah, bro. It's all good though. I'm missing 2 parts. I'm missing an adapter, which is like a plastic cone, and I'm missing a bolt. I have the diff seal and my valve cover gaskets. I just want to do everything all in one day, so I'm not like going back to back on putting the car up in the air and shit. Other than that, I mean, I've been sucking dick in Valorant, but life's still fucking good. It don't matter. There'll be better days. I'm not always fucking everybody up, and that's okay. Work, but we got audio. Oh, I appreciate you stopping by regardless, man. Even if it is just on the audio train. Oh, you're okay. Hold up. Let me see. Is there any? You guys having issues with audio? Can you hear me well? My levels are good, but are your guys's? But also, welcome, my boy Justin. I hope that work is going swell for you, buddy. Nice and calm. Let's put the music up a little bit. Sounds good to me. Okay, so we keep going. We keep going, and where we gonna go? I'm gonna go to this. Hello, Adam. We go to overhead. We rock with it. What's my girlfriend saying? Oh man, gotta love having a girlfriend. If you have one, you know. I'm saving the VOD to this. I appreciate it. It'll be up on YouTube for anyone to watch after the fact if they want to. Shout out to KBDCraft, creator Boyu. I don't know how to pronounce your name correctly. I apologize if I butchered that. But we appreciate the beautiful kit here. For anyone who's not familiar, this is the Adam kit. It is basically a Lego keyboard. Now, of course, I'm sure that these aren't official Lego bricks, but the point still stands that it is based in Lego. And I think before we get into... Actually, let's run through the accessories list in the box. So, the actual case itself is made out of these bricks. They do not say Lego on them. That I checked before this stream. But do all Legos say Lego on the brick cylinders on the top? On the pegs? There we go. Because if they do, then yeah, these just aren't official Lego. But that's okay. It don't matter. Yeah, I was going to say, do they all? I don't know. But it don't matter. Either way. The point still stands that we basically got a Lego keyboard here. Let me bump my mic down a little bit. We're a little loud, but that's okay. So, the case itself is made out of these bricks. Comes with a little skeleton figure to put on top. which is really cute. I'm probably gonna get my own minifigure with my girlfriend and put it on there. The rest of the case, and then let's see. They give you stabilizers. You like it already? Me fucking too, Norvo. Me fucking too, bro. So they give you stabilizers. I have a set of Duroc stabilizers, plate mount, because this is a plate mount board. So I'm going to use mine instead, but it is appreciated that they give you a set. I'm sure that those are fine stabilizers. I just prefer my Duroc stabs. We have 4 stabs in this build. They give you a free coiled cable, which is, again, not necessary, but appreciated. I have my own custom cables, but when it comes to just lowering the barrier of entry for a lot of things, I mean, this isn't like, you know, the world's greatest cable, but the fact that it's free and it's USB Type-C, I'm not complaining. Eat the lube like it's icing. Not, we just started. We just started. Not y'all already trying to get me to eat lube, and she's saying that because in the stabilizer package is a bag of lube. It wasn't me this time. Yeah, it wasn't. You're not the one that got to put his Cash App on the line. I'll show you guys real quick. If we go into the stave box, because I was checking the contents previously, they do give you a little package of lube. Where is it? I said what everyone was thinking. Of course, my wife is 3 steps ahead. But yeah, they give you a pack of lube here. Not using it. I have my own lube. Oh, I forgot to update that. Fuck! I knew I forgot something. I knew I forgot something. God damn it. You try so hard to be prepared and it still just doesn't work. It still just doesn't work. Damn it. You did remind me too. You did remind me. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. How do you spell Neopolitan? I think I spelled it correctly, but we'll find out in a second. Ah! Wait. Did I do it? Do it now. I think I updated the command correctly. I think so. I fucking hope so. I'm hoping that that works. I think it might work. There we go. There we fucking go. KBDCraft Adam, palm plate, Tecsee Neopolitan switches, Duroc plate mounted stabilizers, and GMK Moto keycaps. So we have the back planes, the main portions of the case, I would assume, because they're the largest. I actually don't know that, but since they're the largest, is my assumption. We won't put these aside for now. And then get to the instructions here. Actually, let's put these aside because we're actually going to start building, but let's go through the rest of this. So in here, this is the... Wait, what? Gasket mount, 10-point suspension, adaptive mounting angles, KBDCraft genuine parts. So this is a PCB plate and gasket kit. But I thought this was the plate and wait, what's in here? Unless they're saying everything under this section of under this section of the packaging is the so I would assume that this is the PCB then? Or is there another plate and gasket set in the bag? Oh no, that's just a PCB. We could take a look at that real quick since I haven't actually. Oh, it's white. So white PCB. Adam. It is stated there. And then what hot swap switches do we have? We have I cannot tell what sockets we've got here. Let's pull this out real quick. I was gonna leave it in the bag just for the sake of, you know, pulling it out later, but let's see. I don't recognize the manufacturer of the stabilizer. The hot swap sockets. It looks to be some form of symbolage or language that does not use the standard English alphabet. So just gonna say they're hot swap sockets. It is what it is. This is a 60% keyboard. Not a typical 65 like I'm used to running. Hopefully I get used to it as the most important part of this keyboard. It is a Christmas gift from my girlfriend. Had it for a little while, haven't been able to build it. And today's that day. Let's get everything back together. Put it off to the side. And then finally we have our palm plate. For anyone who isn't familiar, palm is just a plastic essentially, and it should give a nice deeper sound to the keyboard instead of the metals that are very high pitched and thingy by comparison. We have a full gasket kit. This is a plate gasket kit, so I'll have to punch out all these holes. And then these appear to be gaskets for the actual case mounting to the plate and PCB assembly as well. So I'm gonna put the box aside. And let's get to our instructions, because obviously this is basically a Lego set, so assemble the core. Oh, so they want me to do this now. Okay. First step, assemble the core. We're gonna start up with our stabilizers. I'm gonna grab the plate and the gasket kit. Then let me grab my stabs from off screen. And then I think that's all we need right now. Actually, don't even need the gasket kit, but it's good to have. So for anyone who's never seen a plate mount stabilizer, I'll demonstrate real quick. Normally, I clip in my stabilizers to the PCB, as you guys have seen in the past with TX stabilizers. But with this being a plate mount board, what we have to do is actually mount the stabilizers down here. So basically at the front, there's this little hook that'll grab there. And all we gotta do is go in on that side, on both sides. Right. So you tilt the stabilizer inward on the side where the clip is, and then it'll sort of slot under. And then, oh, actually, I'm lying. I put this in backwards. Sorry. This clip side goes into the straight side. The same principle. You angle it in where the clip hook is on both sides. And then all you gotta do is press down. Okay. Love that. Because I definitely have done this before. Believe me. I hope you do. But you might not at this point. But let's see here. Is the clip getting past the plate? Tilt it in, right? And then just press. I literally did this yesterday. And it's kind of upsetting me and my homegirls that it's not working right now. Hello? Sir? Mr. Sir? Can we clip into the plate, please? Like I didn't just have these stabilizers in yesterday for testing to make sure that everything was compatible, which they are. You wouldn't press them in from the bottom, would you? Wait, no, you can't because of the bridge. So how in the and you still cannot? I am so sorry, my love. What is wrong with your audio setup at this point? But also, what is wrong with these stabilizers? I'm trying not to break my plate here, because I literally had these mounted yesterday, and now they're not clipping in as easily as they're meant to. Am I supposed to do this? No, that won't work. I don't think. No. Unless you go in like this, and then... Okay, that's dumb. Okay. Well, I figured out the mystery. Basically, the wire is supposed to go in from the center, and then you clip it in. So wire goes in, you bow down on the front half, where the wire goes in, and then you just press down. And that's all. But I can get to lubing now. If I can get this out now. Oh. One thing I can very much appreciate about this plate that I haven't seen on other plate mount assemblies is that the housing for the stabilizers is very, very tight. Like, it's a very well done in terms of tolerances. And let's grab our lubing material. All right. Turn me up, babe. Turn me up. But what is it? Is it just low for you? Like, what exactly is your audio predicament currently? My mic is pointed at my face. My audio levels are working in my OBS. I feel like I sound good otherwise. Let me... Do I sound okay on stream? Let's see. Oh, I have the site muted. 1 second. Wait, what? Why can't I... Hello? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Stream sounds fine to me. Stream sounds fine to me. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm fucking weak. Babe, he's calling you deaf. Them be fighting words. But, okay, well. It's good on my end. It's good on Justin's end. I'll get you a new portable speaker for Valentine's Day. How about that one, babe? But as far as the rest of the plate mount stabilizer job goes, it's the same thing as regular stabilizers. Pull it apart by just basically pressing up at a 90-degree angle. Then you pull out the stem, and then you're left with the housing. I'm trying to adjust settings on my end. I'm praying for you, babe. Updated Twitch. Not updated Twitch. Do I need to clip these? Wait a minute. Let me look at the stabilizers that come in the packaging, because do I need to clip these? Are these Durox stabs not clipped? Let me see. How are the stems for the KBDCraft stuff? If you look at the stems... Huh. That's weird. Okay. Jeez, can this thing focus? Okay, well as you guys can see there, there's a bit of a difference in the stems. The Durox stem has a bit of a long leg there, which to me doesn't add up. I would have thought that those would have been pre-clipped. I might actually end up using the stabilizers they supplied, but let me see if those stabilizers fit well into the housing, just like the Durox ones do, because that's ridiculous. Oh my god, babe, I'm so sorry. Check you're not on a phone call or something? Or have another app open that may be sending your phone into the nether realm. Into the shadow realm. Alright, let's see. If I were to press this in. How is it supposed to go? It's supposed to go something like this. Yeah. Okay. These are tight too. These stabilizers are tight. Let me see if I can get you guys a zoom here. So you guys can see here, the stabilizer, there's no real movement to it. If there was any movement in or play in that, maybe I put the Q-tip too deep. That's what it sounded like. You impacted some earwax, but damn. Durox, what the F? I can like I haven't cursed on this stream before, but that fucking sucks. I was really hoping to use these Durox stabs. I've had them for a few years and never really found a use for them because I was like, I don't have any plate mount keyboards, but sounds like now I need to kind of just toss them. Oh my god, did I put the... No, that's a Durox stem. Okay, these are the two stems from KBDCraft. Let me not mix them up. Okay. I'm gonna put the Durox stabs away, since these are now essentially e-waste. Even though they're not electric, but point still stands that they will no longer be used. So I bought those for no reason, basically. But that's okay. Eat them. Maybe those will be a nice crunchy snack later. Put the plate aside and we can get to lubing, everybody. All right, so never mind. We're gonna be using KBDCraft stabilizers. So let me update Nightbot once again. Right, where's exclamation point build? We're gonna be using, okay. Now I updated it again with the correct stabilizers because that's a little bit, that's really annoying. Wow. I really would have thought that the Durok stabs would have been clipped. Durok has been making stabs forever. Yeah, KBDCraft playmouse stabilizers. Okay, so we're all updated. Thank you for verifying, my love. Let's go here. Let's go here. The best mod. Justin's gonna try to fight on that, but that's okay. You guys can fight over me all you want. I'm not complaining. Okay, so we need 8 of these. 4, 6. Huh? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing a housing now? Wait, how many stems do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so what the? Oh, it was on my lap. It was on my. I'm fucking weak. I already won. I got you. Yeah, much appreciated, babe. Justin moves to New York just for that now. So we're gonna start up with the housings. Plate mounted versus PCB mounted stabs. They lube the same way. So housing, stem, and then wire. There's no difference in terms of lube that needs to be used or procedure or anything like that. Yeah, just so everyone's aware. Got all my lubing materials, and let's lube on the other camera. You guys can see Ghosty. So as always, guys, XHTBDZ, you know what it is, the one and only. Grab a brush. I need to get a new set of brushes. But also, I love that emote. It always looks like you. Let me make sure that I have my integrations, actually. I just realized something. Now that you bring that up, where's integrations? Is that in profile? Review. Maybe I need to update my OBS because there's somewhere where you select integrations. Tools, captions, automatic scene switch outputs. I'll figure it out later. It don't matter. Love you too. But either way, the emails are coming up, so let's get to lubing. So grab a small amount and then just go inside the housing here. Never gets old, but yeah, I guess we can keep things going. Justin, how's working? You said huh. And I don't know, man, it's an uphill battle there on the whole best mod thing, you know. You kind of fighting for your life there. But how's work, chief? Babe, how are you presently doing in your situation, being able to barely hear me? Talk to the fams. Talk to the family. How everybody's doing. So the only thing that I'd recognize as a difference for plate mount stabilizers is the fact that they like it goes all the way to the top here. This extension past the stabilizer housing. And I lube that as well. Oh, I'm glad you think I'm your favorite streamer. You know what? Audio issues aside, Weeball. Big chillin', fillin' prescription. Nice. That sounds nice and calm, my boy. That's what we like to hear. There we go. Second housing done. We just literally rinse and repeat. Man. I don't know why. It's nice to have these times to just stop, reflect, and sort of talk to you guys. Granted, I talk to you guys almost daily, but, you know, not only on a public forum, but just doing something that's just occupying my time in a rather therapeutic fashion. And I mean, I feel like I say this every keyboard stream now because it's just so true. And, you know, if someone were to just tune into one stream, I want them to sort of hear that. It's just like just chill, just find something that you like to do with your hands or read or something and just bide your time and reset and just, I don't know, think about things. Enjoy your time with whatever you're doing. Right now, for the most part, I mean, besides talking to my friends here, I tend to reflect on what I got going on right now. Valentine's Day is coming up, and if you're not taking care of your partner, you're slacking. My girl gets the world, and I would implore you to also provide your partner with said world as much as you can. Not the same one though, because obviously, you know, that one's taken, but that one's reserved for a special little lady. Yeah, take care of your loved ones, or if you don't have any, you can celebrate Valentine's Day with friends. It's not necessarily gotta be super romantic. La Dia de San Valentin. I want to make sure I get the lube all the way up to the top of these, and because of all the extra material top, I'm just like struggling here to get it. But speaking of reflection, for anyone who watches my Valorant streams, Valorant ranked right now is absolutely fucking deplorable. I'm having the worst time playing ranked, and that's why I try not to play it too much. As much as I want to take Valorant seriously, the ranked format just necessarily isn't the way to go. But then it's like, okay, how else are you gonna get reps? And it's just like, you know, there's no backbone to the competitive Valorant community. Just like face it, you know, in CS:GO and stuff like that. Here's the SCA, there's Face It, and then you could set up, there's 10-man lobbies, which granted, there are some Valorant 10-man lobbies being currently set up, but they're not currently curated to the general public. Trying to win a 5v5 team-based game when you're either getting mobbed or just not having comms is the worst. And I don't really recommend that. Anyone who hasn't already got into Valorant, get into it now, because it's kind of in the worst state that it's been, in my opinion. Great game otherwise, it's just the ranked community is just not it at all. Play Smite with me? You're... Mate. Do I look like a Smite player? I literally, not gonna lie to you, I bought Smite because my friends were playing Smite and I haven't touched that game since. Yes. Well, now you're just lying to yourself. Like point blank. Oh, how about this? Let's go play R6. I really do. I think I'd rather die. Yeah, that's fair. But I don't know. I really don't want to just take a flat break from Valorant. I want to take it seriously. I want to grind through it. As much as I hate it, I know that I could. It's just a matter of doing it, really. And it's just a matter of staying committed to it. Same as with the stream so far, because I kind of just stream when I see fit or I have time or whatever, just because of, I don't know, the otherworldly constraints, you know, what I got going on, trying to balance work and social life, and then sitting in front of a camera for however long I sit in front of cameras for at this point with streaming. I think my last Valorant stream was like 3 hours or something. Alright, first stem done. That goes there. There. And then we just keep it going for 7 more stems. Pretty simple process, all things considered. And I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Please let me know if there's anything that you feel like I can improve on. Just look at this. Hey. Hey. Hello. Please. Sir. Sir. This is Papa. What are you doing? Not you sniffing the lube. You dummy. El gato, si el gato. For anyone who hasn't seen my cat, yes, because why are you sniffing lube? Mate. For anyone who's never seen my cat before, and currently he's in his shaved form, so it's a little bit different than normal, but... Are you done trampling around? Oh my god, did you get lube on your paws? Come here. Let me put him upside down and check his paws. He got lube on his paws. Now I'm cleaning up his paws. Mate, don't squirm with me when you're the one that just walked into lube. Ow, that hurt. Started biting me. You okay? I'll go. He just decides to walk in, wreck house, and then bite me. Like, alright. Blame me, I guess. Jesus. Let's get back to it. A little crackhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got the 7th in my hand. Cats are like children that can jump really high. It's kind of crazy. I think that's my first time having him actually disrupt the stream though, so, you know. If it's gonna be any keyboard stream, just has to be the gift from my girlfriend. You menace. Alright, next stem and housing go together. Oh, I fell out. Fuck. There we go. Oh my god, I just heard something drop in the kitchen. My cat has the zoomies. He's running around just fucking shit up right now. Well, for anyone who's curious about my cat and why he's shaved, because if anyone is familiar with cats, you would know that he's a Himalayan, which is a long hair cat, which typically, as the name would imply, doesn't have hair as short as he does. And the short answer is he developed a lot of matting. No matter how much I brushed him, I was reading online that it could be humidity. I don't really know what caused it, but he just developed a lot of matting. Checked for fleas, no fleas, even though I do have him on flea medication regardless. He's flealess, had him groomed, and basically just had him shaved so that he can regrow his fur fresh. He had some bald spots, but now that he's been shaved, all the matting has been removed. His bald spots are no longer bald. His hair is regrowing, And I don't really have anything to stress about with the little bugger. Which is good to have happen, because those bald spots were stressing the fuck out of me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You see a big bushy cat and you just see a giant patch of pink and you're like, dog, are you good? I see the irony in calling a cat dog, but you guys get the idea. So I'm hoping for this to be my new daily keyboard. We'll see. I want it to be my new daily. It's a gift from my girlfriend. Something that I'm gonna hold, that I'm gonna cherish dearly. I'm just gonna have to see in terms of layout, because it is a 60%. I'm not typically a 60% user. So I'm hoping that I can make it work. To be fair, it is a modified 60% layout, so it's not like it doesn't remove arrow keys. It just removes the right cluster of insert, delete, page up, page down, that whole fork button. Is it 4? Yeah. 4 key cluster gets removed. But I retain my arrow keys, so I think I can make it work. We'll see. We will all see together. From what I've seen online of it, though, the Atom's pretty cool. Like, just with the whole building and stuff. I just grabbed a housing instead of this time. So, wow, we're only 36 minutes in. That's efficiency, baby. That's efficiency. Why isn't it auto-focusing? Because the light? Yeah, it is. Okay. I guess that's fair. How can I get some more light here? There we go. I got some more light. Now I could do this. Perfect. Even though now it's a little bit of a lot from my right. So let me turn that down a little bit. Let's go to the Elgato control app. Which light is that? Is that number 1 or number 2? That's number 1. I'm going to bring the brightness down a little bit. Because I want some lighting for my hands, but I'm not trying to overdo it here. Hello? Focus? Focus? What are you doing? My cat is going nuts. Now he's under the table just staring at my feet. He's playing with something plastic that I can hear rattling around on the floor. What are you kicking around? It's a battery. He's kicking around a battery right now, a AAA battery. You're bored? I'll take that as a yes. Oh, Lord. Listen, if you want a cat, get a cat. I love cats. He too is can sometimes be quite the actual human baby, though. Demands for attention, the sort of, I wouldn't call it inconvenience, but his mischievousness, I guess. His way of getting himself into some kind of trouble is something that I've never seen before in an animal. Makes him lovable, but also makes him a lot. Okay. This is the last stem of the set. Make sure that we're doing the whole thing justice. It's kind of really hard to see on a white stabilizer stem if I'm actually lubing anything, but I know I am. So you kind of develop, you can kind of feel the texture as the brush strokes come in, because the lube is, you know, thick, so you feel like a sense of friction when you're stroking. Pause. Really hoping I don't get excessive rattle. Plate mount stabilizers are known for that, hence why, as I was saying before, like I was looking at any wobble in the housing when it was in the plate. And these housings look really good, but I'll have to wait and see how they actually perform in the first one in like a real test scenario, because just shaking them isn't really probably, like there might be a slight like tolerance issue. Really wish the Duroc stabs were clipped. I didn't want to deal with sitting there and clipping them, even though it doesn't take long. It's one of those things. It's just like, why do it if you don't have to? That's something that I try to avoid on stream. I don't really try to get stabs that are pre-clipped now, since that's kind of the norm for keyboards. But I guess I still had one set with unclipped legs. Oh, let me add a little bit more lube to the end of the stab housing where the wire clips in. Itsu, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Eats. He's in his little tube. I got him one of those like collapsible, just like fabric tubes. He just likes running through that. And he's currently just sitting in it. It's like his little tidy hole. As if there's not like an opening on the other side, but he just convinces himself he's actually safe in there. Like there are times where I'll just be chasing him around since he has the zoomies just to play with him and tire him out. And he will very much so just run in there and I'll just pick him up with the whole tube. He's still playing with his battery, by the way, guys, in case you were wondering. I wonder if that's coming up in the mic. I hope not. But yeah, if you're thinking about adopting a cat, do it. That's all I gotta say. That is all I got to say. Okay. That's one fully completed KBDCraft PCB mount stabilizer. We have 3 more to go. 2 more 2Us, and then our one, I'm not sure if it's 6.25U or 7U. Because of the layout, I'm assuming it's 6.25, but we'll find out very shortly. Because even the packaging is just like 3x short stabilizers, 1x long. It's like, what does that mean? I guess in the context of this keyboard, because the stabilizers come with the keyboard kit, they don't really need to specify anyways, because they're for sure going to work. But one of those things that as a keyboard builder, you're just kind of curious, like, what size spacebar am I going to have? Like, what layout is this thing for real? Itsu. Sir. You're like a wild animal. A wild fucking animal. Oh, I forgot to add lube in the section of the housing where the wire goes in. Let's put a little bit there. Okay. Now that there's some lube in place there, we just clip in the wire. All right. Okay. Okay, that's through the correct hole. For anyone just tuning in or that hasn't been familiar with this kit, we're building the KBDCraft Adam, aka the Lego keyboard. I'm sure that if you found, for people who are a little bit of a stickler on Legos, I'm sure that if you found official Lego pieces that fit within these dimensions, you can probably build this officially out of Lego. Or you can just cut pieces of Lego to fit at that point, because none of this is like any shapes that Lego hasn't already used before, you know? It's just a matter of finding them. but I don't care if it's official Lego or not. It's a really cool as heck concept. My girlfriend knows I really like Lego sets, and she knows I like custom keyboards, so she put the two together and brought me a wonderful Christmas gift that I'm now building at the end of January. My bad. Oh, fuck. That side fell out. Now, these aren't, so far, they don't seem like bad stabilizers, but their tolerances are definitely a lot looser than that of TX. That's abundantly obvious. But for whatever OEM they're using, for this to be like their first foray into this field, not bad. Not bad at all. I've never heard of KBDCraft before, don't know their history. So maybe this isn't their first foray into this stuff, but if it is, good on you guys. You guys made an excellent kit. And I appreciate it very much so. Because so far, I mean, all things considered, it solved my dilemma of having unclipped stabilizers. Because why was Duroc ever selling unclipped stabilizers? Come on, Duroc, get with the program. Now, the wires, for people who are uninitiated, you always want to go rather thick on your stabilizer wires. But you don't have to go crazy, especially with something like XHT BDZ. You'll coat it just fine, and any rattling we can solve later with tuning. But for now, we just slot that in. It has been gone over completely. I can actually add a little bit more because some of it came off clipping the wire into the housing. That was a little bit of a thin spot. Okay, so let's add some more. Then flip down. There we go. Not the neatest job in the world, but as long as it doesn't rattle, especially considering this is a personal board. I wonder who the OEM for these are. Like, even if this isn't like their first time making stabilizers, I'm sure they're not manufacturing it themselves considering the price point, so I'd be curious who's actually making these. I wonder if they post it on their website. I haven't taken a look at any of the marketing material because I've strictly spoken about this keyboard set with my girlfriend. She wanted it for me, and she got me it, and I've loved it ever since, but I didn't actually take the time to read up on any of the listings. Now our last step up, we got the 6.25. And we're gonna very quickly wrap that up as well. Honestly, this is pretty mild, especially for a 60% build. Like, this is pretty nice. Just calm. No big issues. Ugh. I am so tired, guys. Sorry, I just worked a full 8-hour shift. Well, almost full 8 hours. But anyways, yeah, I just came home from my day job and hopped on the stream because I wanted to get this keyboard build done when I have some downtime. By the way, for anybody who's just here for keyboard builds, you're in luck. There's going to be more coming very, very soon. I have another Monokai Hero. I have the new Monokai 75% that came out. That was collaborative effort. I forgot who. Is it QD Keyboard? I don't know who they made the collaboration with, but 75% keyboard that's also in the closet. So the Hero, the Monokai, the Monokai 75%, and then two 65% keyboards to round out the collection of what I... Dude! Keeps knocking shit over. He's gonna be pissed when I don't feed him for acting a fool. And before that gets taken out of context, I definitely do feed my cat. I do not starve my child, as no parent should. Okay. Get to it. Now, let us get all these into the plate. And again, if this is you guys' first time with plate mounted stabilizers, pretty simple concept. Just gotta put the wire through here and then tilt it back and then press down on either side. Tilt back and then press down. Ooh. All right, so that's our space bar in. Now we just rinse and repeat for all the 2Us. Wow, tolerances are excellent. I'm not really seeing any wobble here. Because it's usually, I mean, it's mostly a problem on pre-builts, but for the most part, all the clip-in stabs I've seen are very horrendous when it comes to little side-to-side flex whenever you're using them, which is mitigated using band-aids. Basically, you cut slips of band-aid or like fabric tape and put it in between the stabilizer and the plate. And that'll tighten up the tolerances, but it doesn't look like I'll be needing to do that here. Oh, those are solid as hell. Okay. Now let's get this, the gasket. Just gonna use the box very quickly to get rid of all the blocks. I'm not sure why they shipped it like this. Maybe it was just cheaper. Because again, this is a relatively inexpensive kit for anyone who's new to custom keyboards and wants something that's cool and different, but also doesn't break the bank. This, the QK65, and I think they're coming out with the QK75. There are a few other entry-level kits. A lot of the stuff on KBD fans, the tofu stuff. So the tofu is a little bit more classic and like standard in terms of the keyboard world. Okay. We have our gasket. Let me get the gasket set for the case as well. And then let us get our PCB. I do love the presentation though. This is definitely very like, I don't know if I'll call it Lego-like, but it's very minimal. Alright. And here's our PCB. Formerly named Adam. There's some marks on mine on the silk screening. I'm sure that it's fine, but just to show you guys really quickly. Yeah, those definitely are not intentional, whatever they are. Might have just been a printing error, but it's fine, I think. We'll test it out and really figure out if there's anything up, but for now, seems fine enough. Put that down. Oh, need to put this as well. Grab the foam. Put that through there. Put that on there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This PCB allows for you mother. We're using plate mount stabs for today. I will off stream, or maybe I'll do it on stream, whatever. Or maybe I'll do it with my girlfriend, preferably, actually. I'll rebuild this one day with PCB mount stabilizers, because that just pissed me off. I did not know that that was available. Because they included plate mount stabs, so I thought that plate mount was the only option, because this is a plate mount plate anyways. But, yeah. That's a little awkward. Grab some switches. For anyone who's not familiar, these are the Tecsee Neopolitan. I think they're called Neopolitan ice cream switches. I've just been calling them Neopolitan switches because I don't remember 100% if it's Neapolitan ice cream or just Neapolitan, but The cool thing about them is that they have an internal dual spring. And they have a long pull stem. They're a tactile switch, my personal favorite, and they should be pretty thocky. I'm using them in their stock form so that I know whether or not in the future I want to lube and film them and possibly use them further, even though this might end up being my daily build. Because it's hot swap, it makes it easy for me to just sort of test different key switch types and see if how much I like them. So this keyboard will probably be rebuilt a few times, honestly. Okay, let me make sure that both pins went through the hot swap socket. Is that socket broken already? Oh, broken socket? My pins are fine. The socket seems to have like busted through. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. I just wanted to make sure that it still actuates. Let me grab my iFixit toolkit real quick, guys. This might just be a byproduct of this being like an unknown manufacturer hot swap sockets, but it's a little bit frustrating. How do I even... They're supposed to be folded inwards, but which side is that even? I don't want to break anything, but also I want to make sure that that doesn't impede the performance of my keyboard. Because it's literally my backspace. Like, it's not even like it's an unimportant key or anything. Let me see something. I just put a switch in. I mean, the switch goes in. Let's see if I plug this in real quick. Oh. Oh, I didn't process the LEDs. Let me just put a switch somewhere. Good. Key here. Okay, the key works. We're fine. No biggie. No stress. Which is good to know, because I was about to start stressing. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Granted, I mean, I could have possibly soldered it if the contacts were fine, depending on contact placement. I don't even know. But I'm glad I don't have to do anything custom, because that was worrying very quickly. Let's move all this aside and get back to our regularly scheduled programming here. Cat, I can hear you. My cat do be acting up. Okay. Plate down, foam down. I like a very muted, like deep, and hopefully talky sound. So that's why the plate foam will be used in my case. Not everybody's into the whole plate foam. Not everybody likes the really muted resonance of keyboards when they have plate foam, but I'm a big plate foam guy. Big plate foam guy. I do like the feeling of these switches too. With the double stem that it has, feels really nice. I mean, double stem. The dual height spring. There we go. These sockets are very loose, so I'd be worried about my key switches coming with my keycaps in this case. Okay. And then there. Cool. Now we get our keycaps. Gonna be using GMK Modern Dolch, one of my favorites. Alright, now let's see. Is this a 6.25U spacebar? It in fact is. And then my left shift is a shorter left shift? Yes, my left shift is also short. Okay. Now, we silence the music. And we turn off my noise gate. If I could just pull up my... Where's my Go XLR settings? There we go. Here. Turn off my noise gate. Okay, and now we get to testing our stabs. Ooh. Oh. Oh god. Yeah, all of these need work. Yeesh. And just as I had feared, my switches are coming with the keycaps. So this is definitely going to be annoying, but not necessarily an issue. It's just tedious to constantly have to re-input switches, especially if we're gonna have to do this a third or whatever time. I'm not getting any wobble, so I shouldn't be getting any issues there. I'm just... Ooh, actually some of the stabilizers are pulling up. One of the issues with plate mount as well is having stabilizers pull up. Alright, so if anyone's unfamiliar with the concept of tuning stabilizers, all we're going to do here is, one, I'm going to turn out my noise gate, because I'm not the only one in this household. And basically, on the back side of stabilizers, there's going to be a singular hole. Within that singular hole, you just put loop, pretty much. That's how we're going to do it. Some people have different methods of doing things. Some people might want a holy mod, whatever. I just do this. Just pump that thing full of lube. Make sure you're basically filling in any gaps that might be present. I'll put in a little bit in the front there as well, just because these stabilizers need a lot of help. And then I'll also put some between the thing and the housing, the wire and the housing, I should say. Okay, now we just repeat that step quite a few more times. Okay. 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 Lube there. I'm hoping I only have to do this once on all these stabilizers, not gonna lie to you guys. If I have to do this multiple times, it's gonna suck really badly. To be fair, it's plate mount stabs. I shouldn't expect much, but just because I want to daily this keyboard, kind of hoping for the best here. But worst comes to worst, I'll do as much as I can today. I'll just rebuild it with plate mount, PCB mount stabilizers. It's no issue. Okay, let's add some more there. Okay. Okay, now we have lube added onto all of our stabilizers. And let's hope that all that lube was enough, because I don't want to have to do that again. Getting some ticking on the left side of my spacebar real quick. Before I do like a full demonstration, I'm kind of trying to take this slow just because of how annoying it is to have to constantly pull these out. There's still a rattle on the left side stabilizer. Why? Why, spacebar? Why have you forsaken me? Everything is coated. And of course the switch fell out again with the stabilizer, which is not fun. Man, now I'm really wishing I built this with the TX stabs. Alright. Better, still annoying, but better. Let's check the rest of them. Hopefully at least some of these have resolved themselves just with the simple lubing one time, but we'll see. Probably not, considering their PCB mount stabs, but I'm trying to be hopeful. So let's see. Let's turn down my noise gates. And then get to it. Dang, these all tick bad. Oh, man. Is it worth it to tape mod this? Nah. So again, this is gonna be a daily driver. It's also meant to be a bit of a fun tester, especially being hot swap and all that. So later on, I'll just rebuild this with TX stabs and we'll proceed with the build. So now all that's left for my end on this job is quite literally just to fill up these sockets. These unknown sockets. The ticking is at its worst with backspace. Maybe I could just put some more lube in there, hopefully. Hey babe, we're almost done here. Test the stabilizers, they're not great. So this keyboard will be getting rebuilt at one point or another, but that's okay. That'll be another day to do a full new set of stabilizers and then put the keyboard back together. Which fortunately shouldn't be too hard since it's all hot swap. But yeah, that's just the current status of things, because these stabilizers are just no bueno. I can probably make them a lot better than they are right now, with some further modification, but I just don't deem it worth it since I am just rebuilding this anyways. Can you hear me right now? Well, I'm glad you can hear me now, and it being this keyboard is worth it, but what this keyboard is worth is a new set of TX stabilizers, which I'll put on another date, because I don't want to spend another 45 minutes lubing a new set of stabilizers for this keyboard, because I didn't know this at the time, but the keyboard does have provisions for PCB mount stabilizers. It's just they give you plate mount in the box. I thought it was plate mount only. So for that reason, we will proceed. And then it'll get a new set of stabilizers at a later date, which maybe you can help me put together. We could do that together. It could be off stream, and this way we get the stream of putting the keyboard together, and then later on we just take it apart, leave the switches on the plate, or at least try to, because these hot swap sockets are really loose. We could probably just lift this whole thing up as one piece, and then take the stabilizers out. Basically, yes. Let me put the music back on. Put you guys back in my vocal range to make sure that my mic is hooked up properly. Are the wires on? It seems a little bit loose. My boom arm just seems a little loose for some reason, but it's fine. Oh, I got lube on my palm. What the hell? And then let's put the noise gate back up to 22. There we go. And now we just populate. Hey yo, don't talk about that. This is a family friendly stream. No, it's not. You ate lube. Listen. That was for a lot of money. Okay. You wanna pay me to do stuff on stream? Shit, we'll turn this into a hot tub stream right now. $25 to eat an inconsequential amount of lube is a lot of money in my opinion. Ooh. If you guys are new to using hot swap sockets, please make sure that the pins on your switches are not bent. That is one of the most important things you could do. You said you wouldn't do it unless you got more money. Yeah, I know. Definitely need more money after, but you know, for the one time, for the first time, you know, you get me at a lower rate, and then, you know, I start realizing my worth. Everything else about this kit besides the stabilizers has been phenomenal, by the way. So if anyone's been on the fence about it, I definitely recommend it. Just get your own TX stabilizers, put them into the PCB, and then keep it running. I, just because of time constraint purposes, are not going out of my way to put in the TX stabs, but because again, I initially thought that it was PCB mount only, and now discovering that you can put plate mounted stabilizer. Sorry, I originally thought it was plate mount only, but knowing that I can put PCB mount stabs, I'll do that at a later date. And I'll probably do an updated sound test. But you guys will get what you can get today. And stay tuned to my other, I think you should have taken the time to do it. The thing is, the stream's already at 1 hour and 16. You know, for a build like this, it's like, granted, it's not coming close to any of like my 2-hour builds, but man, now you're telling me to do it. Now I feel like doing it. Guys, you want to see me do this right now? You wouldn't have minded. It's worth. All right. Well, it looks like we're doing it, boys.
Fuck your life, bing bang.
My cat's stepping on my mixer right now, just so you guys are aware. He did mute me for a second. He really did mute me. He said, shut the fuck up. He really just told me to shut the fuck up. Alright, the girlfriend said do it. We're rebuilding some stabs now. Never mind, everybody. You'll see it today. The things you do for your girl. He is so cute, but he's also so annoying. Hi, buddy. He's making sure I'm doing a good job. Make a Hitsu command? I should. For anyone unaware, my cat's name is Hitsu. If that wasn't already abundantly obvious. Why do you want my loop syringe? Papa? Aw, you just want to be pet right now. He just wants some attention right now. You can keep going. Oh, you're getting up now? He is eating lube just like his father, yep. Alright, let's take the plate off. Let's take these god-awful stabilizers off. What are you doing? Now you're just dropping shit. You little bunghole. Alright. Get these stabilizers up out of here. I gotta unfrickin' clip them. So today I got a helper, which is good to know. You wanna learn how to lube a switch? You just stepped on lube again. Stop that. Can't have shit around. Jesus Christ, Heats. Okay, so those stabilizers we just spent like an hour lubing don't matter. Don't even matter. And basically, for anyone wondering, yes, you can get these stabilizers to sound nice. There's a few modifications you can do. I just don't want to do them. For the time and effort that it takes, you could just get a C's. Now that I know that this allows for PCB mount stabs, you could just get a set of TX stabs and that's it. Is he in my overhead shot? Does my overhead catch him? My overhead does catch him. The stream is more for him now than it is for me. Okay, let me go get my other stabilizers. You don't do anything. You want to sit with me? Back up. Make some space. What, you calling me fat? He called me fat. Hope you guys get a kick out of heat too, at least. That'll make up for a lot of this. Okay. So now we have a full TX stab 6.25U set. Instead of the abysmal... Let me make sure that this actually works before I count my chickens. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Cool. Okay, more lubing. Let's get to more lubing, everybody. My desk is a freaking mess. It's gonna be so worth it in the end, though. Oh, speaking of lube, we need to add some more. Get some syringe. Because I'm for sure gonna need some later. I already know that as a fact. Is there anything I'm not using? Trying to find a surface to get some lube on, because this is definitely gonna kludge out some. Just because of the air already trapped. I guess I can use their lube packet and then just... Oh, no, it worked perfectly. Okay, there we go. Refilled syringe. Cool. Now we need 3 2Us. We got the 1.16.25. That is mighty unfortunate. We're back to square one, everybody. Apologize and hope that you guys can still remain with the stream. This won't take too long. I'm gonna basically try to speed run this because I'm an idiot and I thought that the PCB did not allow for PCB mount stabilizers. So shout out to KBDCraft for being inclusive of that. Probably realizing, like, you know, while PCB mount may be cheaper, sorry, plate mount might be cheaper. I'm assuming that would be the only reason I could see people using it. And it probably, you got this and you're not an idiot. Thanks, babe. But they probably recognize that keyboard enthusiasts would probably want to use their own PCB mount stabs, which they would be right. So let's get to it. So got my brush, got my lube, and let's get to it. Okay. say? One. One. Ah, ah, ah. Two. Ah, ah, ah. Three. Ah, ah, ah. See how much faster it is when you're not talking? There's a difference between, like, preparing things for a video and preparing things for yourself. Just being able to just kind of zone out. And, you know, I want to give you guys content. I'm not saying this is what I want to do. The stream is getting to your head. You've been on too long. Yeah, at this point, I'm getting loopy. My tired ass. If anyone didn't catch it before, I'm probably going to be yawning here or there. So I apologize because I have been working. Because why are you the count from Sesame Street? Fuck you. I didn't teach him that. Fuck you. Oh my god, my fucking cat just, he really wanted to tell me that. You're right, he has been holding it in for so long. Because why am I the count from Sesame Street? You're fucking right. Why am I the count from Sesame Street? Why was that what came to mind? What am I even at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta be the count from Sesame Street. Or else I lose count. Glad he got that out of his system. Me fucking too. And hopefully he leaves me alone now. Ooh, that light should not be directly in. There we go. Better. Pretend you guys didn't see that literally all stream. Hopefully my cat is done running amok and decides to take a nap or something. I really want to walk him outside, but I haven't properly leash trained him yet, and I don't need him disappearing because he can jump. The motherfucker can jump. He can jump to heights taller than me at this point, which is crazy to think about. For context, I'm 5'10". Good. What is that? 70 inches, I believe. 5'10". I don't know what it is, and it is in metric for anybody not from the US. Sorry about that. You may convert 70 inches to centimeters at your heart's content. Unfortunately, we were taught the imperial system in America. Which I say is unfortunate because, God, the metric system makes way more sense. Oh, I put that stabilizer housing stem back in backwards. This is really just my cat stream today. Like, this isn't even a keyboard build at this point. This is me just doing things with a cat. At this point. And it's nice. I've never had He2 really run amok on stream. Not that I necessarily want him to make a mess or anything, but it's nice to have him want to be in the stream, you know, interact a little bit. Do love my little boy, even though he's somewhat of a dickhead. Also, this music is a vibe, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could play like Wii music. It's like watching a reality show of my little family. Yeah, it's all for you, babe. This is how you keep an eye on us. You don't need cameras, I record myself. By the way, babe, how does is the audio good for you now, or like what's the situation? Because Justin said he was fine. I'm pretty sure Norvell was good as well. Also, I apologize if you guys, I mean, if you guys wanted a more in-depth looping like tutorial, let me know. I can probably make one as like a dedicated short form video. Or let me know in the comments on my VODs on YouTube. That'll probably be easier for me to sort of follow with instead of trying to go off strictly chat, just because it's better because I'm out of the bathroom. I just thinks I just need to redirect and bring it back to my phone. Got it, babe. But yeah, if you guys ever end up hopping over, or if you're currently watching this on YouTube in the future, let me know in the comments. Do you need to know how to lube anything? I lube switches, I lube stabs. There's 1,000,001 videos, but if you guys want another one with my face, I'd happily do it. Let me know over there, because there are a lot more of you over there than currently here, so it'll give me a better basis of like what I should be dedicating my time towards in terms of that. But yeah, also like make sure again, however many of you are watching this, past, present, future, hopefully immediate future, make sure you take care of your people on Valentine's Day. I'm gonna take care of my girl. I got some ideas. I want all the face content. It's all for you. It's all for you. Let's get to the wires. Man, I'd love to play Through the Wire by Kanye right now. God damn you, copyright. When do things enter the public domain, realistically? Like what can we have enter the public domain? Anytime soon. Cause I forgot what the statute is on that. Fuck. There we go. Scuffed. Never. Can't forget the Bev. Never. Bro, I am so tired. Oh my god. Why am I so tired? I mean, I know the answer to that. I only got 5 hours of sleep last night, but god damn. I can usually run on 5 hours without an issue. Right now, I feel like I'm crashing. I'm running on fumes, everybody. But that's okay. I can run on fumes. I'll be alright. This is what it is to have a day job and then stream after. Just trying to do what I love when I'm off work, and then just trying to pay the bills when I'm at work. Because I do love producing content. I'd like to be more dedicated to it, and I'd like to, you know, learn a lot more about editing. I did my first ever edit as like a Valorant clip edit. It's not like the best thing ever by any means, but to me it was an accomplishment and a feat, and something I didn't think I could do even a few months ago, and I just thought was so unobtainable, and it's really like not. It was a very simple process. There are quite a few tutorials, and now I have some skills that I could bring into my future content. Get into color correction and stuff like that, but all in due time. Because I'm struggling right now to even keep up with like posting like audio clips and stuff. By the way, after the stream, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's already live. You can go check out my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok. I'll have posted sound clips for the Olive Monokai Hero that I built a few, was it weeks ago? I don't even know. But either way, if you're watching the stream currently, it'll be after the stream. And if you're on YouTube in the future, it's already up. Go check out my social medias. Please, by all means, like, follow, comment. Anything that you feel like you're comfortable contributing on a different social media platform. You know, I'm not the type of person who comments on posts I like them if I really like them or really want to support the creator, but I'm not a very active, like, you know, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like add someone and be like, you know, I'm just never in comments really. That's not me, but you know, some people are into that, and I'll reply to you if you do comment. So by all means, appreciate any and all forms of feedback or just interactivity that you guys provide. It's nice to be able to have a little, I don't necessarily call it community, but a nice group of people who enjoy my content, which seems to be quite a bit of you in terms of the keyboard stuff. Not so much in the Valorant stuff, which, you know, it's fine. Not everybody who builds custom keyboards is also an avid competitive FPS gamer. So, you know, each their own. But just know that I am someone who's big into competitive FPSs. I want to take Valorant seriously, but there's no real good avenues right now. I'm going to try to play ranked for as long as I can before I genuinely just start pulling hair out. But I don't see many genuinely good ways of getting closer to pro or even like an amateur level in terms of like tournaments and recognition and just getting like better at the game. That kind of just comes through ranked right now because that's our only avenue to play. There's no face-it pugging system. There's no, you know, there's no barrier to entry, especially being a free game. And then the quality of games you're getting is just absolutely deplorable in ranked. Oh, my girlfriend just texted me, guys. Gotta reply to her, always. Alright. 2 stabilizers down. We're getting through this lickety fucking split, baby. We might actually be able to get this whole build under 2 hours still. What are you doing? He is fighting with a different battery now. This dang cat. I need to figure out what other style of content I want to do though. I have figured out that I do like this sense of lighting, this consistency, because I live in a basement, right? It is daytime outside. I am not streaming this at night. It's currently 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am, because that's my time zone. Duh. And like it's still like the sun is probably coming down right now if it hasn't already fully come down. But there's still light outside. This is just because I live in a basement. The windows don't really get too much natural light, and so I'm able to just turn the lights off and turn on my artificial lights and then get this. I like this too, this consistency, because what is he doing? Look at him. Pitsu. You see his eyes. I have trained him to respond to his it's dark. Yeah, and I like that. I like the focus here, and then kind of having the shallow background. I mean, it might not be necessarily for everybody, but just because of my lighting situation, I like it a lot. Because it makes the streams themselves look a bit more dramatic. And it just kind of gives higher quality kind of look to it with the lighting, in my opinion. Especially the over shoulder cam. I love this. Oh, it's dark outside. Oh. My bad. Thank you, baby, for the update. Yeah, I like the drama of this sort of studio kind of lighting, even though obviously, you know, this isn't like a studio or anything. I'm definitely don't got money for all that, but it's got that level of lighting quality that I like. It's definitely like my kind of vibe. And then from there, I kind of got to figure out, okay, what kind of content do I like to make? I'm very minimal. I like to the point. I try to have conversations with you guys to sort of connect, especially with anyone who might be feeling the same way, about, I don't know, life, or just having therapeutic actions to perform, or anything that I say in general. Even if you don't agree with me, if you politely disagree, but it's something that you can connect to, like, that's really, at the end of the day, what matters. And shout out to my girlfriend for the report on the sun currently. So unfortunately it is sundown outside, but the principle would still stand that whether or not I'm streaming at like 9 a.m. or 10 p.m., the lighting in here will always be consistent because of the fact that I live in a basement. Need to order some more XHTBDZ. As you guys can tell, I'm running out here. I've had this jug for a few years now. I built countless keyboards with it. There we go. That's our last stabilizer. And we're most likely gonna have to tune these, which is fine. Just means we get to use a syringe. Ow. Damn, these tolerances are tight. Bro, go in the... Where the... is it? Where the... Ah, there we go. Alright. We're done. Release me, finally, from the shackles of these stabilizers. The stabilizers in the PCB, put the pins in, and then we keep it going. Keep it going, keep it going. Dun, dun, dun. I'm actually so glad that I chose to do this in the end, even though I am, you know, I'm tired. It added more time to the stream. I actually really am glad. This final product I'm going to be much more happy with. I knew that I was probably going to disassemble that keyboard pretty quickly if I left it with the play mounts. Granted, I wouldn't have minded because I probably would have done it with my girlfriend, but I guess get it out the way, right? Especially considering she's the one who told me to get it out the way. You know me too well. Right. Now all we gotta do is put in the push pins to make sure that the stabilizers remain in their slots. And then we can get to the switches, the keycaps, and we're done. 60% keyboards don't take a lot of time. This is still under the 2-hour mark and might finish under the 2-hour mark, which is nice to see. But that just goes to show, man. 60% keyboards. And hey, maybe this will be the 60% to convince me to get other 60% because I really do like this layout. It's a split right shift with arrow keys, and then it's a 2U left shift. And that way you're able to have the spacing. I mean, it might be a little bit more uncomfortable for my hands initially for me to get used to, but I think with some time and some practice, this is actually going to be pretty good daily. But again, we're going to see how the 60% layout plays out. I'm really hoping I can make it work. I appreciate the effort my girlfriend goes to get me gifts. I just hope that the layout doesn't create any problems for me when it comes to typing. I haven't really consistently typed on a 60% in a minute. I think the last consistent 60% I used was the keeps for all Ergo one. And even then I only used that for 3 weeks maybe. Before I swapped over to the Plume 65 and then finally got my Portal 65. I also have a key, I forget what they're called, but it's, I have to look up the name of the keyboard, but I have another keyboard that needs to be fixed. The C key needs to be fixed. I'm probably gonna have to resolder the C key, but we'll see. Because I believe it is a soldered board. That'll be done on the next stream, which will also be a well, my next keyboard stream, because I don't know if I'll be streaming Valorant any other time this week, but I do have another keyboard stream coming that will be a Monokai collaborative keyboard. I believe it's 75%. I'll check in a minute, but we have more keyboards to build, basically, is the point of that statement. Okay, so let's get this foam in here. Purpose, there we go. Ah. Okay. It worked. Nice. Let's go, everybody. All right, let's start repopulating certain positions to create stability, and then we'll get on to the actual stabilizer testing. I just don't want to make it too inconvenient by populating all switch places and then tuning stabs. But yeah, let's do some of these and some of these. Almost there and done. Let's get to the stabilized switches now. That already sounds 10 times better and it hasn't even been tuned. But that's for you guys to notice with me. Ah, the stabilizers are not having a good time with the foam. Will that work? It should work fine. Should work fine. Okay. Push that out a little bit. Oh, wait, this is my enter key, not my backspace. Why isn't this lining up? Hello? Line up, king. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and that is not all my stately backspace. Okay. I mute that. Pull up my noise gate again. Now let's tune some stabilizers, everybody. Wow, that's actually a lot of ticking for TX stubs. Okay, so we still need to work on the stabs, which is fine. Let me just... Okay. Oh, let's get the lubing syringe. Okay, more lube on these as well. Now, if this doesn't fix it, I know what the problem is, I think, but I don't want to deal with it because it'd be a pain to realistically fix right now because I had to take the stabilizers out because I didn't think that this would necessarily cause a ticking issue, but it might be it. We'll see. Let's see if the this lubing fixes my predicament, and if not, well, we have some other things we could try. All right. Now let's put... It's still doing what I think it's doing, so let's pull these switches out. Pull the plate off. Everything with this board so far has been fighting me. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so I got some rubbing alcohol, and you guys might hear rubbing alcohol and be like, why would that even be necessary? And to basically answer that question in a quick fashion, the rubbing alcohol is going to remove some excess lube that is under the stabilizers, which I believe is causing some of my ticking issue. I believe the ticking is actually like this popping, like wetness noise that's coming from the overloop sections. And so, just gonna take the stabilizers, swipe them down, top and bottom. Well, top of the PCB, bottom of the stabilizer. Wipe them down. Of course, some lube will still be coming out here, but the point is that there isn't an overindulgence of it, and that may be causing issues. Okay. I'm actually missing one of the security pegs for the TX stabs, but that's fine. We have more. We have an excess amount, so that's okay. All right, now let's do the rest of them real quick. Hello? You got pushed through too. Come on. There we go. Alright, so let's rub everything with some rubbing alcohol again. So traditionally you wouldn't have to do this. I haven't had to do this with any other keyboard to date. I think that just with the introduction of plate mount stabs that I originally thought. The plate mount stabs that I originally thought were necessary. A lot of lube came out of them, especially just with the PCB mounting mechanism that kind of happens. Or plate mount, I keep saying PCB mount. The way that plate mounted stabs work, that kind of happens. So hopefully that excess is what was causing my issues, and then cleaning up the PCB as well as the stabilizers themselves will rectify said issue and make my life 20,000 times easier. Because there's really no excuse for TX stabs also being rattly in this case. Unless I'm hitting the plate. But if I'm hitting the plate, then why would they give PCB mount holes? Because this... Unless this is this a universal, like, thing, you know? Because that's the KBDCraft logo. It says Adam. Like, is this a universal PCB? And I just wasn't supposed to use these? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But we'll figure it out together, and that's all that matters. If anyone ends up getting this kit and wanting to build it, you know, they know from my growing pains what to do, what not to do, you know. So hopefully it helps someone out there, my struggles and trials and tribulations. Reply to the girlfriend. Alright, and we keep it pushing. Let's get some more alcohol on this. Make sure we wipe down the bottom of the stabs. Wipe the PCB down. Okay, make sure that's dry. It is. Put that back on there. Okay. So never mind my idea of keeping the stream under 2 hours. But that's okay, everybody. We got through it together, and that's what matters. We're pretty much at the finish line. Assuming that my lube job works now, we're good. Note to self. Why not check the website and see what the description says? I can check. But I'm not sure that they would have that information because typically when it comes to layouts, they don't really specify that. But I'll check. Oh, I dropped one. There we go. Somehow found it in my black pants. That was surprising that I could actually see it. And then last peg going in. Okay. All of our stabilizers are good. All of our stabilizers are good. Let's get our switches and everything back in here. Can I do this all in one thing? Oh, crap. Oh, shit. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now that everything is compressed, guys, I'm telling you. I mean, you should do this all the time, no matter if it's Valentine's Day, but make sure that your significant other knows how much you love them. Bro said pause. Yeah, because there was something rather important on my phone screen that I had to attend to. Okay, now I gotta see something. Me and my homegirls gotta see something real quick. Now, is this ticking actually from the switches now? Oh, I dropped the switch. We're gonna grab a linear switch. Just a plain Jane linear switch, nothing special. It's just a banana split. Put it in. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah. So the ticking that I'm hearing is from the switches, so that's fine. So you can build the keyboard out and then either love it or hate it by the end of it. So far, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not sure what could be causing ticking of all things. Also, why doesn't the switch want to pop out? Hello? Bro, what? Come out of there. Damn. Put that back. Maybe with the long pole springs, that's where that ticking is coming from? Or the... Dang. Are we gonna start dissecting switches now? Hold on. Give me a second, guys. At this point, I am incredibly determined to find out the source of this ticking because... Well, I already know the source, I'm sorry. The reason for the switches ticking. At least this gives me an opportunity to show you guys what these switches look like, so... Just get the mouse situated correctly. Let's get some focus here. And then we're just gonna... Hello. Switch opener work? Now I can show you guys the components of that switch. Oh, so what makes this switch particularly special is this gold little spring. It's twice the height of a normal MX switch spring. Anyone who's familiar with MX switches knows already. I'm gonna grab my brush and just lightly lube the spring. We are not lubing all the switches at all. I don't have time for that. There's no way. That would take probably like 2 hours alone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lightly lube the spring. This is using XHTBDZ, which you're not supposed to, but I'm basically giving it a skim coat. And this is meant to trial and see what exactly my issue is. You know, is it the leaf? Is it the rails? Is it some other tolerance in the housing? Like, what exactly is my issue here? I'm not going to be lubing the legs or anything because I like to have that tactility to them, but yeah. It might be the springs. I mean, well, I forgot what you call this. The actuator? The copper section. That actually... Okay, my bad. We should be back up, though. Let's keep it going. Where were we? So, I had just dissected and lubed a switch for testing of the clicking situation that I was having. And I want to make sure if that helped any. Oh, did I just lose the switch that I just lubed? Because that is not it. It was supposed to go into my spacebar. Trying to figure out what this tick is, but I also need to figure out which switch I just lubed. Whoops. Okay. Well, it seems to me that I've displaced it, so I will just lube another switch. Oh, there it is. Okay, found it. Okay, so for my spacebar switch, because I don't really want ping on my spacebar, or click on my spacebar. I can deal with it for other switches, but I'm also going to grab a switch film. Ah! My headphones fell. Okay. So, again, this is merely for the spacebar, because I don't want to deal with ticking switches. They'll all break in eventually, especially if it's caused by any of the plastic components. But if I can stop that, then I shall. Just for spacebar. Obviously, this is for testing purposes. This will help me determine what I do with these switches in the long run anyways. Because I wanted to try them out because I do love tactiles and I wanted something thockier than my U4Ts, if that's even possible. I don't believe these switches are going to be it just from the sound profile I'm getting already, but you never know. You never know. So we're using Tecsee switch films. And then we put this on. What's good to know is that my stabilizers are good. Now I don't know if the plate mount stabilizers were any good. All right. Oh yeah, the switching is basically gone. Let me really quick demonstrate for you guys. My noise gate's down. Okay, so be that as it may, we will continue on, put everything together. It seems to be somewhat of a characteristic of the Switch, which has been mitigated by the lubing and filming, but still is there, present. You guys probably heard that completely. And let's get the music back. It's fucking quiet in here. Yeah, we're good on the stabilizers. Now it's just a matter of putting our switches in, putting the keyboard together, and having a quick typing test. Apologies for the technical difficulty as we get this sorted. My fucking headset dropped, got my cat running amok, got everything going crazy. Appreciate anyone who stops by the way. All are welcome. And I do enjoy putting on a show for you guys. So. What? Hello? There's a perfectly switch-sized hole here. Is there something under this? No. Okay, there we go. And then after this, we actually get to the build part of the board. You guys ever just have one of those days? I'm having one of those days. I am tired. I am doing things that I would not necessarily describe as becoming of me, you know, mistakes and things, and just trying to relax and push through. Okay. Put this front and center. And keep putting more switches in. It's one of those things that keyboards is really good for. I was saying it earlier, just having that sort of pause. Damn, these switches are fucking tactile. So far, that clicking situation is pissing me off, but they sound amazing. Let's get this done with, because I'm sure that you guys, after well over 2 hours, are tired of just staring at the same keyboard. Considering the trials and tribulations we've gone through, we basically rebuilt this keyboard 2 to 3 times. And I'm not keen on doing it a 4th, at least right now. So, we're almost done there. Ay, really hoping all the keys work and stuff, especially with the scratch and the silk screening. I'm hoping that that's just in the silk screening, not anything that's possibly harmful to the PCB in and of itself, but we'll see once we plug this all up. And I don't know if this is VIA compatible. I'm gonna try VIA first, and then if not, we can go QMK, flash it, all that. But for now, just get all the switches in place. I do love how these switches look, though, all things considered. Definitely embodying that Neapolitan ice cream look. And they have excellent tactility. I would love this spring in something like a Holy Panda, probably. Even though it might be obnoxious to listen to. And now that we've got all of our switches on board, let's plug this thing in. And to make sure that we're not going to have any issues with detection before we put keycaps on. Alright, let's see. Is it VIA compatible? It is not. But that's okay. I can just use a key tester. That was loud. Alright, let's just use a key tester quick. Make sure that the keyboard itself is happy. Okay, we've got the whole QWERTY row. We've got caps lock. But this is not VIA compatible for anyone wondering. Arrow keys are working. Got my F key. Left shift. And then alright, all my keys work. Nice. Perfect. Now, keycap time. I'm gonna very quickly clean up before that though. Just gonna clear the desk a little bit, make sure things are a little bit more organized. Because right now it's a mess. We had a cat run through here like a bull in a china shop. We got fucking switches everywhere. We got Lego pieces. We got stabilizers. We just got so much stuff in here. So let's clean house. Fortunately, anything that's not going to be used, just throw in the box. Dispose of it later. All my lubing stuff can go away. Alcohol can go away. Oh, there's been a long ass day, guys. Hope that it's treating you better than it is me. Dang, that McDonald's is fighting back right now. I'm not gonna lie. Had some McDonald's earlier for lunch while at work because it was the only thing that was really local and fitting to it. Okay, let's get rid of the switch films. And I think that's everything we're gonna get. Cool. Be that as it may, we continue on. Y'all didn't hear that. All right. Now, again, for anyone unfamiliar, I've said this already, but we're using GMK Moto. Oh, my keyboard isn't plugged in. gonna be like, why aren't my hotkeys working? Because you just plugged in a different keyboard, buddy. Now, one thing I've got to remember is that the bottom right are arrow keys. So let me set that up now, actually, because it's like this. Okay, let's clean all this up now. Damn. Not a lot of keycaps. It's been a while since I've used the 60%. It's very interesting. Yeah, so like there is a slight tick in the switch, but that seems to be like on purpose. It's consistent, and it only really gets mitigated by lubing and filming. So it's like, I guess it's intentional, but it is kind of annoying. Got my backspace. My right shift is a single key right shift, which isn't necessarily my favorite, but at least it's there. I messed that up. Okay. Go QWERTY. LP. Now instead of using a caps lock key, I'm gonna put control there, because for those who aren't aware, I put control there. As a software engineer, I use control a lot more than I do caps lock. It's also just more convenient in general, especially for like gaming and stuff, for crouch. A lot more convenient to have it on the home row instead of bottom left corner. This keyboard actually doesn't sound like the switches so far don't sound as bad as I thought they would with the ticking. It actually works. It just, for some reason, the stabilizer is exacerbated. So that is my right shift right there. And then these are my keys, right? DXCVBNM. Cool. Yep. I was correct on that. I'm really gonna like this keyboard's end result. Now I need to get a a Lego wrist rest. And the correct dimensions for this board. Oh. My left shift is supposed to be 2U, not... What is that, 2.5? Interesting. Do I have a shift for that? I have a 2U shift. Huh. What am I gonna put there then? Okay, let's figure this out together, guys. I also don't have a 1U shift. Huh. That's a little problematic, if I do say so myself. So I guess I need to get the modern Dolch extension? That's kind of annoying. I did not know you needed an extension for that. I mean, I'm still going to use the keycap set. It just might not be perfect right now. So let's see. What can I substitute there? What do I have that's just a straight 2U? I don't think I have any exactly 2U switches, keycaps. Do I? Does this really just not fit? Oh, it just straight up doesn't fit. Wait, but is this 2U? Let me see. How many units is this? No, this is 2.5. So I need a 2U shift. Okay. Well, it is a 60% keyboard, so I guess that makes sense. Okay. Let me get my control there instead of caps lock. What do we do about left shift, guys? I mean, this is 2U, but it's not the correct profile, but we'll put it there for now. That's funny. Put it upside down, though, so that it looks better. Maybe that'll just be my left shift on this board. That's ridiculous. Okay. Now, I believe what I can get away with here is 1.25, 1.25, 1.25, I believe. Is that correct? That is correct. And then these are single, so this will be FN. And I guess this would be right control. One of these is FN, I don't remember which. And then one more single key. This is for right shift. What do I turn into right shift here? I don't have a single unit right shift. Damn, GMK Modern Dolch doesn't have shit. What the hell? I guess I'll just make it another super. Why not? Oh. The correct profile. So. Yeah, it is. Wait. Yeah, it is. Delete isn't the right profile. Where is my... Wait, what? Okay, so super matches row 3. Delete matches... It appears to be row 4. Does this match row 3? No. I do have another... Actually, no. No, I'm on a keycap sets, actually. The only other keycap sets that I have don't belong to me. Okay. That keycap matches that profile now. Stabilized keys are good. Okay. Now that the keyboard's done, let's build the case. Or I should say, now that the core is done, Now we get on with the rest of the instructions. Take it off another keyboard? Probably could, but I will figure something out. I probably will order the extension of this set because I do like this set a lot. I just didn't know I would need it. But here you go. The core. Now that we've gotten past the core, we keep going. So now we got to build the case. Okay, build the case. We got the big piece. Okay. Wait, which bag are those in? Does he not? Do they not state the bag? No, they don't. Okay. So it just open up the bags essentially. We just open them and go from there. Just like real Lego, you know? They don't really tell you where shit is sometimes. I need one of these. Those are corner pieces, okay. To be fair, for not being legit Lego, he's actually put together pretty well so far. Just off that one. I could tell. Okay, now we need some of the longer boys. Lego numbers their bags. Don't speak down. While they do number their bags, they don't always tell you which numbers to grab, you know? They're just like, open bags 2 and 3, and then, you know, just go for it. So I need a 5 peg, which is this. 5 pegs go along the bottom. And the ends. And then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 peg. This is the 1 8 peg. Where does that go? And then I need 4 10 pegs. Okay, so let me get that 10 peg. I'm assuming this is 10. It's a very big assumption, but I'm assuming this is 10. No, that's way more than 10. That's another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jesus Christ. Cheese and crackers. Okay, now I found a 10 piece. Okay. Don't speak down to them. No, you're wrong. Not you saying I'm wrong. Oh. They didn't specify. Oh. I didn't see this little thin line here. Okay, so we need both of these. I was like, wait, this isn't gonna fit all the way long lengthwise. That's annoying. Okay, there. And then we need, now that we have an 8, we need another 10. That's 8. 8. Another 12, isn't it? Oh, that's a 10. Okay. So now we're gonna put the 10 to hold these 2 plates together. Okay. Now that those 2 are being held together, need another 5. Yeah, because that's definitely a 10. So it goes 5, 10, 8, 10, 5. Okay. With that second 5, we're now symmetrical. And then I need What do I need? 1, 2. Okay, that's a 10, and then there's another 5. I need another 10, an 8, a 6. These. Okay, there's a 10. Now I need another 5er. Now we need to repeat these steps on the other side. So just a 10 and a 5. Got my 10. And then another 5. Nice. It's taking me too long to find these. Okay, so now we need 2 edge pieces with pegs. So here. Okay, there's one. And then the other one is right here. Okay. And then we need 2 6 pegs. So there's one right here. And then six pegs. Okay. Now that we have the 2 6 pegs, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 peg. I'm sure there's an easier way to find all of them. Since they're all the same color, it's kind of just like fighting for my life over here. And then in the front, what are we doing? We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, man. More 10 peggers. Hmm. 10 peg. It is. Cool. Where do the 10s go exactly in this step? Go here. Okay, fair enough. That's some rigidity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need an 8 peg, which is right here already. Fortunately, I already had that. And then after that, I'm assuming I'm gonna need another 8. Another 8. Also have that. And then after that 8, I need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 peg. Okay, these are 2 12s. Okay, there's 10. Okay. Now we're through with step 3. Okay. Okay, so the gaskets will go on after step 4. So step 4, we're gonna need some thick boys. So we need a 2x4. We need 1 2x4. 1 2x4. 3 thick 1x6s. Okay, there's 1. That's definitely not 6. 6. And then another thick 1x6 row. I guess it's a row or a column because it really you determine the orientation. Okay. We need 2 1x1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. So that's 2 of those that I need. Is that them? That's them. Then I need 3 2 by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. My God. I need 2 2 by 10s, which should be these, right? Yep. There's one, there's two. And then two extremely long boys, which I feel like can only be these. I don't think there's another option, really, with the way that this thing is looking. Okay. Oh, wow, this looks really complicated right now. Let's do the ones that make sense real quick. So we gotta make a perimeter with a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we make the beginning of our perimeter with this. And then 1 2 3 4 5 6 there. And then 6 there. And I guess the incredibly long ones go here. Does that add up? Now there's a brick differential here. And then in the center, okay. I got it. Jeez. They do not make this easy. In terms of just identifying bricks, the actual building part is, if you've ever built Lego, you can build one of these. And this would go here. Right, that's for the USB-C port now, and then... Wait. There's 3 here. One needs 3? Oh, I need 3 of these. I'm missing one. Oh, there's a third. Okay, well, there you go. Perfect. And now we get to our gaskets, everybody. Okay, now these gaskets actually fit in to the holes on the bricks, which is actually a really cool design. A little bit annoying because I have to remove all the individual pegs out of the gasket, but I like it. Mate, why is this longer than building the actual keyboard? Okay, so the gaskets just go around like that. Hey. Is there a way to just like poke them all through? There is, okay. I could literally just stab them all through. Cool. That solves one dilemma. Okay. Just keep doing that over and over. I definitely recommend doing this before, and instead of just trying to do it by hand on every individual one, because with the adhesive it's kind of a pain. I'm glad that I figured out that I can do this rather early. So many gaskets. So many gaskets. But hopefully that means that this keyboard will have a nice muted sound. Which is more or less what I'm looking for anyways. Okay, well I guess we're peeling these all off. Okay, so then we just continue on with the instructions. So then skip 2, you do this. Okay, then you skip 4, and do this. Okay, then you skip another 4 and do this. And you skip another 4. 4 at the front. Okay. We skip another 4. Go right here. Okay, and then what do? We skip another 4. Okay, and our last 2 gaskets follow the same trend of just... Ah! Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Hey, Joey. Thank you for subscribing. Jesus Christ. Those alert sounds are loud as hell. I gotta turn that shit down. But shout out to Jaden3, aka my oldest brother, for subscribing for a 5 months straight. It is always appreciated whenever you can hop in the stream, and the support as well. Almost done with this. We're putting the gaskets together. And now that all the gaskets are in place, one, I have a giant mess on my desk of these little, I don't know, bonbons. What am I going to call these? Little nubbins. And we continue on with the build. I need one 2x4. Well, it's a 2x2. I'm sorry. Just, I saw that it had 4 pegs and said 2x4. Build my keyboards. GMK arrived today. You ordered a GMK key set? I'm still waiting for the, I need the stabilizers to build the other keyboards. That's why I asked you, because you ordered the, I mean, I might as well. Literally, that's what it would turn into. I didn't know that you arrived, you ordered a GMK keycap set. It might have arrived. I haven't been outside to check the packages since I got home. But yeah, so with your keyboard, with your other keyboards, the ones behind me, we need the stabilizers because they're 7U for the Monokai ones. And then anything for the QK65s, I don't know if you still want me to, because you said you don't necessarily know if you want me to build those, so that's up to your discretion. But if you want me to build the QK65s, I will need more keycap sets. How do I need 7 of these? Oh my god. 4? Four, 5, 6. What are you saying what the hell to? I'm in the middle of a build. Missing my 7th one. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. GMK Agent. I have not heard of that set. But it looks like I will be hearing about it soon, since I will be seeing it in person. Alright, 1x5s. 1. 2. Where's number 3? There are so many pieces to this thing. That's 6. I don't need that. Wait a minute. Where am I? Oh, I'm over here. Oh, I'm dumb for that one. Okay, so I have the 7 1x4s. I need 2 1x5s, which I already have. I need 2 1x6s, which I have right here. Heyo. Hi. How are you? Mintui? Mintui? Mint UI? How are you? Appreciate you stopping by. First time chatter as well. Thank you very much. I need 1 more 1x6. Honestly, doing pretty swell. Besides some frustration getting these keyboards getting this keyboard together with the initial kit, because I was using plate mount stabilizers. Besides that, I mean, I've been having a grand old day. A little bit tired after a full days of work, but honestly, I really can't complain. How about yourself? Oh, well, you already said doing good. Glad to know that I'm keeping up. But yeah, thank you for asking. 1x6. Also, I apologize if I butchered your name at all. Okay, so I need two 1x8s. Okay, there's one. Appreciate it. Are you particularly into keyboards? Oh, and if so, if you don't mind me asking, where did you see my stream from to pop in the first place? Because I'm curious how, like, if at all, my streams are outreaching. Because of course social media is one aspect, but people are just unique that pop in. People will just see my preview in the makers and crafting section, stuff like that. I'm just curious if you don't mind. Always check Twitch maker hunter keyboard stuff. Ah, cool. Good to hear. And I appreciate you stopping by over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Though at this point we're not really doing much keyboard stuff and more Lego stuff. The core of this board is already assembled, so we've got Tecsee Neopolitan switches, GMK Modern Dolch, and TX stabilizers. Now we're basically just putting the case together. And I'm trying to see exactly how many pegs are these. I just counted these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Though, if you enjoy so far, I want to stick around. There will be currently just putting KTT strawberries in my time rate 80 because I'm bored. That's fair. Then you definitely subscribe to one of my foods of thought of like just doing these things kind of passively and therapeutically for the sake of just doing them. Like with keyboard stuff, it's kind of just second nature, and it's also very simple. It's in a way kind of like Lego to just do something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I really wish that they put like some type of something here for these pegs, because this is really difficult to ensure that I'm basically doing the right thing. How are the KTT strawberries, by the way? I've never used those in particular. I'm trying to diversify myself in terms of switches. So, very strange. Never sounded the same on any board. Interesting. Considering I don't even know what these particular switches even look like, I am surprised by that statement. I don't think I've had a keyboard that I'm sorry. I don't think I've had a switch yet that I can't get consistent. It sounds clacky and creamy on my Freebird 60. But sounds deeper on the time. I mean, what are the what's it called? I'm sorry, what are the plate materials? Are you using different plate materials? Because that might be a source of it. Okay, now let's fill in these gaps. Is this any better? This might be a little bit better. Just gonna get the top down view here. Okay. Sorry, did I miss anything? A little ad breaker. Oh, is there an ad break going on? Oh, crap. My bad. I forgot to notify. I usually mention when those pop up. I forgot about those. It's been a while. Basically what I was asking was, are the plate materials any different between the two keyboards? Because that might be a contributing factor. When I built my Freebird, I think I used a aluminum plate on my Freebird 60. Well, it was a commission build, but the one that I had built. Your hair is blocking the view a little bit. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know, babe. But that is as far as we get for step 5. Now, at what point do we actually... Oh, we're almost done then. Wait, but how do we put the... Wait, what? At what point do we put the PCB in? Okay. When does the core go into this? Because it just... Hold up. Wait a minute. If this wraps around top, so we probably put the core in now. That would make the most sense to me. Right? Put something like that. Yeah. Okay. They really just said you got it and gave no further instructions. But yeah, I'd be curious to know the construction of the Time 80 versus the Freebird, because my Freebird was all alu. Wait a minute. These aren't touching the gaskets on the bottom. They're touching the gaskets on the top. Oh, there we go. Okay. So interesting. Okay. So now we actually have most of the assembled board. And all that needs to happen is we need to get to the surrounding area. So let's get our two large corner pieces here. Yeah. And then we need a giant 2x something. Where does that go? The big one goes in the center here. Freebird was FR4 and Time 80 is brass, but it sounds weirdly deep on brass. Yeah. Actually, wait. Yeah, you're right. That's really weird. Yeah, brass usually gives you a high ping. Because I have a Godspeed 75 with a brass plate. That thing is loud. So I'm actually pretty surprised to hear that you're getting a deep... I mean, it's loud and high pitched, but I'm surprised you're getting a deep tone on that. I wonder what it is about those switches then, because I've never touched anything by KTT. This is actually my first time even using Tecsee switches. I'm trying to branch out a little bit more and get a feel for different tactiles. I'm a big tactile switch fan. I'm hoping that I really like the milkshakes today, but we'll see shortly. I want to make sure that it's actually pressing down on the gaskets. It is. Cool. Not a fan of Tecsee here. Honestly, so far, I'm not liking them too much just because there's a slight, like, tick. And I'm not sure if that's because of the dual height spring, because these milkshakes, I can dissect one real quick. If I take this apart real quick and demonstrate this again as I did earlier, for anyone just tuning into the stream, just quickly trying to show off a feature of these. So these have the extra long spring, coupled with, you know, a similar long pole sort of tactile stem, kind of like a classic thing there. And there's a slight tick on consistent key presses that is especially noticeable on the stabilized keys from when I was testing stabilizers. And I thought it was the stabs, but I'm using TX stabs and they're thoroughly lubed, and so I put in a linear and the ticking wasn't there. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to break these in, bed them in, or if it's just a byproduct of this switch because of the springs. But that was a bit of an annoyance that I've been dealing with, that I've been chasing around. I usually use spring swapped browns in my board. They're actually super decent spring swapped. Interesting. I haven't touched a formal brown switch. Just because once I got into the hobby, they kind of just became the meme of the community, and not that I necessarily, then it's easy to BCP if I ever want. Fair enough. Like the browns were always kind of a meme, and even in my older keyboards, because I had like an old like Fnatic Strike, or I think it was Strike Mini, something like that. It had browns, and they just weren't really doing it for me. So I was like, okay, this is why people memes on them. But then some people actually like built some browns. I've seen some built brown setups that actually sound very good. So I might have to revisit browns and do some modding myself on them. But so far as favorite switches go, probably Gazoo U4Ts. Gives me the sound I like and a very nice tactile bump. I want to like Holy Pandas, but their sound is very loud and clacky to me. It's very interesting. Browns only sound trash with their actual springs. I believe you. It's a similar thing with I think it's Cherry Clears. If I recall correctly, Cherry Clears on stock springs are nothing, but then you spring swap them and then they are a pretty decent little switch. Because I had a vintage set of MX clears, and I was trying to work with them. Cherry has terrible springs. That is damn true. I had a vintage set of Cherry clears, and even then the springs were really bad. It was pretty surprising, actually, all things considered, because they were from, I think the board that I had stripped them from, it was an old keypad for a gas station. I believe it was from 94 or something like that. And even those, as much as they were smooth, they didn't really, like, I don't know what the word is. They just didn't do it right for the stem. I swapped them to, I tried cleaning them and then used them on a test board with swapped sprit springs, and they were a lot better. But I haven't done too much spring swapping. If I don't like these today, what I might do, vintage blacks, if you mod them proper, those are so nice. I've heard. I haven't been able to afford vintage blacks, and the keypads that I've worked with haven't had them. So unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to. But everyone raves about vintage blacks, and it's just one of those things where, like, hopefully in the long run I'm able to obtain some, but as of right now, they're just so difficult to get a hold of. I do like the smoothness of, like, GAD ink blacks, so if cherry blacks or anything like that, then I'm all for them. And now I am, okay, I need this incredibly long piece. Granted, the blacks that I've heard, they're modern blacks. I like hyperglides. They sound really deep, and they've been very nice to work with. So I know that vintage blacks, the big draw is just the broken in plastic being super smooth. I'd be curious to try that if I can ever afford to get my hands on them. Okay, now we're just dealing with the unpainted surface pieces, which is gonna be a bit of a pain. So that'll go there, and then these two peg go here. As far as linears go, definitely Gap Black Inks, and Lubed and Film Tangerines are my two favorites, personally. But I am hyperglass switches are really nice, but the RGB clear style ones cause me pain seeing people pay an arm and a leg for. People are paying an arm and a leg for hyperglides? I didn't even know that. Aren't they like going to be consistently, like, I mean, I shouldn't say consistently, but aren't they like a regular kind of item, all things considered? Like, they might, I'm assuming they did group buy style, because that's how my hyperglide blacks were. I had to group buy for them, but even then it's like they'll come back. I definitely wouldn't pay anything over retail for them, even if they are the RGB variant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How am I supposed to contextual? Oh, that helps. No, I'm talking like those RGB style cherry ones. It goes 75 cents a switch for cherry MX silvers. And even lube, they sound mediocre. Yeah, I haven't. I honestly can't tell you the last time I bought genuine cherry switches besides my hyperglide blacks, because those were meant to be like, you know, like cherry's attempt at capturing that vintage magic, even though they really didn't, but they were fine enough for what I needed. Because again, I don't even use linear, so they were just sort of a placeholder thing for the time being. So yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, Cherry's pricing is actually absurd. They market themselves as the original, but they can't come close to a lot of what we have now. It's pretty amusing to see people kind of commit to that, though, because there are a lot of people that are, like, relatively speaking, purists, but they're like, for what they are, have you guys amazing use of Franken switching? That's true. I haven't done it myself. I pretty much just use them in lubed form, and I don't remember if I filmed mine. I believe they were deep enough without filming, if I recall correctly, because it's been a while since I actually needed to use them, because I had bought a set and put them in a keyboard for my brother, because at the time he didn't have any switches of his own. So those were passed on, and then I forgot if that was disassembled or not. I don't believe I have those switches still. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, so these three should go here. I'm correct. If you have a J-Wick top and any random hyperglass switch and a palm long stem, I would try one or two out. That doesn't sound like a bad combination at all. What would be considered J-Wick top? Because I'm familiar with JW. Is J-Wick a material or is J-Wick a manufacturer? Because I'm familiar with like JWK and stuff. But I don't believe I'm familiar with that particular term. Oh, what the hell? A finishing piece here is supposed to be placed. I'm probably gonna go the Cthulhu way. Okay, I respect it. Okay, so let me see. Okay, we're done. Everybody, just really quickly go over to our side view, get a picture, take a screenshot of this. Hold on, let me take myself out of that. It looks so beautiful. Yes, it does. Thank you for the gift. I love. Let's turn that off. And let's get this to focus. Okay. Oh, you're right. Let's do that next. Completely forgot about that. Cool. So, an extra little thing from the Adam kit, for those of you who aren't familiar, they gave you a little skeleton to build as well. And you can put him on the board. Little Minecraft skeleton. Okay. So these got to be legs, right? We got a foot on. Another foot. So grab an arm there. Wait, what? How do his arms work? Okay, I guess they just go like that. So they're just swinging around like that. Doesn't really make sense to me, but sure. Oh, I guess because he's holding a bow. Theoretically, that would make sense. And how does he hold the bow, though? That's the thing side. So that would be like that. And then, wait, so that means that that doesn't work, though. Because this is supposed to wrap around his hand here. And so theoretically his arm would go into this side pocket there instead of... Interesting. Because for this to face forward, it'd have to go... Get it wrong. It's actually cherry top and long pole palm stem and an H1 bottom, which JWKs can usually substitute. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. That makes a little bit more sense to me. Do I just do this then? I guess that makes sense. Let's see. Can we get him to hold his bow? I haven't done too much Franken switching, but you're kind of making me feel like I gotta do it more. Not gonna lie. Besides building, I got some holy trash pandas. And then I've built holy pandas, I built holy trash pandas, I played around with creamsicles. Besides that, I don't believe I've made any real Franken switch. I'm not typically, I haven't really delved too deep into that rabbit hole yet, which I probably should, to be honest. How does this skeleton wear his thing? Well, we built the skeleton, which is the important part, but like PCPs and Cthulhu's are the most popular. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we got the skeleton, which is obviously a Minecraft skeleton. Then we just put this in his hand. Oh, can he not stand on these pegs? Oh, yes, he can. He wouldn't be facing forward. Oh, that's what they give you this for, so he can face forward and then just got it. Other than like Holy Pandas and Creamsicles, but those are self-explanatory. Yeah, those are definitely some of the most popular that I've seen, especially on the forums. That's kind of why I tried them, because I was just like, well, I have creams, you know, I've got holy switches, I've got some panda bodies, so I was just like, well, I've already got the switches that are required for these, so I might as well try them out. And I like Holy Panda feel. I don't like Holy Panda, what's the word? Okay, so you're supposed to hold your bow more like this. Okay, perfect. And then his other arm. Okay. Now he's holding his bow a little bit better. Oh, I just processed what I'm supposed to be doing here. So he uses this arm to hold the bow outwards. And then the other arm would theoretically be drawing the arrow. So I'd probably put the other arm facing inward. Yep, got it. Cool. Perfect. And then he can just... Oh, he's not able to hold it from both angles at the same time. Yeah, no, but I definitely need to do more Franken switching, so I appreciate your recommendations. Yeah, babe, we figured it out. He's not really staying put on the stand that they gave for him, but he's otherwise pretty happy. Okay. Now, does this stand actually sit? No? Okay. Here we go. Blew him down. Use the craggle. Oh, man. The Lego movie is amazing for anyone who hasn't watched it, for the record. Let's do this. Oh, wait. No, actually, we're not using this view anyways. The all custom switches from Novel Key seemed pretty cool. I haven't actually seen those. I'll have to take a look. Take some screenshots of this. Let me get myself out of frame and then remove webcam overlay and then that. And then let's get rid of that right there. Okay. Thank you. I have wanted to try an all custom switch. I haven't actually taken the time to really look into what would work best though in terms of parts. The hell is a cream clicky switch? Sometimes I wonder what these switches are. Yeah, no, I've never heard of anybody try to Franken switch a clicky cream. Or are they selling a cream clicky now actually? Because they might be selling that. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Interesting. That's definitely new to me as well, because I knew they had the tactile. I've used cream tactiles before. I've never heard of a cream clicky. Okay. Honestly, really nice. I'm not a big fan of the tactile bump itself. I believe they're still using a similar shape to the blueberries. I could be wrong about that because I have a set of blueberries next to me, but it's been a while since I've used them. But the actual feel of them was really nice. Let me think. I've used them on 2 or 3 keyboards at this point. And the tactile bump is nice and pronounced, but the shape of it just isn't appealing to me. I like the sharpness of like a Holy Panda or a U4T. So they're definitely a little bit rounder in terms of the actual bump itself, but they have a really nice sound, surprisingly. But I guess that comes with the cream housing. For some reason, this one is like a different height, unless these are just not pressed down and that one's the only one that's fully depressed. Oh no, the chassis is just bowing a little bit. Okay, well that's weird. Creams were very overhyped. They were, yeah. I'm not really sure where the hype came from in the first place, but as soon as they came out, everyone really liked them, but then everybody realized how scratchy they were. So then it was like, oh, we need to break them in. But then it was like, okay, well, it was really a toss up in terms of what people wanted to talk about in terms of cream on different days. Like one day you really like them, one day you really don't. Okay. So let me really quickly. The creams that I've used were pre-lubed, so I haven't had a stock experience yet. So I enjoyed them lubed, but I heard that they're terrible stock. I don't even know how to turn off the LEDs on this key set because this is a QMK, and they also use Vial for some reason instead of Via. But oh, they tell you how to turn off the backlight. So turn off backlight is FN and right. Okay, which is the FN key at this point? That didn't work. Wait, that changes volume? Holy shit. I always thought you could do better with different switches. Oh, for sure. I'm trying to disable these damn backlights. What's your main board? I've been maining. This is a Portal 65 built with Invir original Holy Pandas. I'm not sure if they were from drop or not because I got them as a gift. But Invir Holy Pandas, GMK Dark, TX stabilizers, and then the polished weight. What talked you out of it, or are you still thinking about it? I chose against the last thing because I saw a time going on MM. Oh, yeah. It's... When you can get a really good deal going on MM, bro, it is so good to chase them. It's just hard to get those timings right, because... For me, I've been trying to find a set of GMK Cafe, but every time I find a set, it's already sold. It's the pain... That was the biggest pain in the ass. Alright. Get a typing test going. Let me disable the music. Let me do this. Okay, you guys can hear that. Ooh. I like the sound of this, but it's a little bit awkward. Where's my wrist rest? The front slope is so awkward. Time ADR is literally the clockweight board. It's one of those that doesn't move like any other boards. I don't think I'm familiar, but also that sounds really cool. That reminds me, like a clock. That reminds me of shit. There was a keyboard with like a cog weight on the back. It was a polycarb board that was really popular for a little while. It has a clock weight on the bottom. That's really cool, actually. I've been trying to get my way into not necessarily more high value boards, but a little bit more like upscale, I guess. But the prices on Mech Market these days is crazy, and there's not really any kits that kind of stand out. Everything is just like a wedge right now, so it's just like kind of biding my time. But all right, guys, let's start up this typing test real quick. honestly, I had very little expectations for these Tecsee switches, and they're a lot better than I thought they'd be sound profile wise. I particularly like backspace. For some reason, backspace is especially muted and like talky. Especially the keyboard is a little bit clackier, but definitely not complaining at all. This might end up becoming, if I can get comfortable with the 60% layout, because I'm typically a 65. Sounded nice. Thank you, babe. It sounds excellent, and I appreciate the gift. That will probably end up becoming my main board, but I need to get comfortable with 60%. It's doing something for me. Oh, now you want it? You can't have it. I do need to figure out how to configure it though. We'll get you your own. Oh, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Hopefully, you enjoy future streams, especially as we're pretty much. Oh shit! I don't have my keybinds for this. I want them to make the Lego sound though. If you want them to make the Lego sound, I can get you sort of clackier switches. But thank you again to Mint UI. Eventually you're gonna have to like spell that out phonetically for me if you ever pop into stream again or if you're still here. Just say Minty. Got it, Minty. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I didn't really read that out loud phonetic. That was really that was a great point by me there. Good job, Elvin. But I appreciate you stopping by. Next keyboard build is gonna be, let me see what it's called real quick. I need to figure out what the keyboard's called. It's the new Monokai keyboard that just came out on Makibo. It's a 75%. It's part of the Monokai and Friends thing. What was it called? Let me grab it real quick. Alright, so just a little sneak preview for next keyboard stream. You got this big Monokai case. This is a collaborative effort, and I can't remember for the life of me who they collaborated with on this one. But oh shit. Worst time to have an ad break. Oh man. All right, ads are in progress. All right, so we'll wait while the ad break goes on. For anyone else watching, if you aren't subscribed, there's your incentive to subscribe. Don't deal with the ads. Of course, not everybody can afford to subscribe, so by all means, understandable. But yeah, wanted to give you guys a quick sneak preview of what we've got going on next. Can you look up time 80? Can I curse your appearing on the board? Sure, I'll look it up in a second. But real quick, just wanted to show you guys what we got coming next. This is the Monokai. What is this called? The Monokai Kage. Monokai X Hand Engineering. Collaborative effort on the Kage, and it is in olive green. So just gonna really quick show the keyboard, and I'll look up the time 80 and then head off. It's been a long day. This is an in total, I think, 3-hour stream now. Dang. Oh, actually, this is a TKL. I thought this was 75. Okay. So for the client who may be in chat right now, and then anybody else watching, here you are. This is a view of the new olive Monokai Kage that will be blessing your feed sometime soon. Polycarbonate plate. Olive with the gold hit on the weight on the back. And that's what you can look forward to on the next stream. I'm currently waiting for stabilizers for this because I believe this is a 7U board. So yeah. That's all I'm really waiting on to get this thing going. Yup, he's obsessed with his greens. Shout out to the client. Knows who he is, if he's even in here, but that's my next commission build. Okay. And let's put this all back together. Put all the accessories back in. We've got some gaskets and stuff. This card there. And that's all the accessories from Monokai and Hand Engineering. So let's close this up. Let me take a look at the time 80 real quick. Let's look up time 80. Oh, I really like the sound of this keyboard the more I use it. Time 80 reforged. Oh shit. That weight is hold up. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me monitor. Let me make that a little bit bigger. For anyone who's unfamiliar, this is just what I'm trying to look up right now. That weight is beautiful. Huh. I can't say I'm the biggest, you know, TKL kind of guy, but that weight is kind of worth it. Shit. That thing must weigh a ton. Do they say anything about weight? Fully built. Is the flashing stuff? No. Oh, here's the group buy, so maybe they'll have some weight information, but it's actually super light. I'm surprised. The clock has become thinner now and has a tempered glass cover. Kept most of the original weight design. Huh. Wow. Well, either way, that's a really nice pickup for you, man. And I love the weight on the back. It kind of makes me want one now. And yeah, and with that, I'll say thank you for everybody who stopped by. Thank you, Minty, new viewer, new chatter. Thank you to my girlfriend for the wonderful keyboard kit. Probably gonna be my main if I can get comfortable in the 60%. So far I like the layout, especially with the arrow keys, but I need to figure out programmability because this uses Vial and QMK. So I got some work to do. And yeah, I hope you guys are here for the next stream. And yeah, I think the next one will probably be really long considering it's a TKL, but this one was really long as well. So I'll see you guys. Peace.